Peace, fam. How are you? Hope all is well. I just came through real quick, right? Real quick, right? Cause I was resting and I was in here. I told you I keep my TV on the Sky Agent Free TV, okay? So right now, as we speak, they are on the brink of rioting in O'Hara's airport in Chicago, Illinois. They are not letting people come in the country that has came in, I guess, off of international flights. Now they have chaos all over the airport where there could be a lot of suspected people with coronavirus in a crowd of over 250 people. I would like to say 500 and better, okay? This thing is nothing to play with. Chicago right now, if nobody else needs to put their damn mask on and be careful of people, it is you, okay? Because there is chaos in Chicago at O'Hara's airport as we speak. New Jersey, New Jersey, black people, white people, purple people, whatever color. I'm gonna let you know something right now. There in New Jersey, Hoboken, New Jersey, right now is a hot spot. Okay, they have already started shutting down restaurants and all other public access places, which this country should have been shutting down shit a long time ago. You know what I mean? But it's nothing moving in Hoboken, and they cannot because somebody, I think it was a restaurant owner who contracted coronavirus. Okay, I don't know why people don't want to stay their ass in the house voluntarily. Fuck what about not making no money next week or whatever, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But the main goal here is to be in isolation. You understand? And even when you go out, especially in Chicago and in New Jersey, right about now, California, y'all should be the number one example right now of in New York to show the world, you know what I mean? How you know how to behave, pay attention, wash your hands, okay, and stay away from large crowds. This shit is getting outrageous. This number body count is getting higher by the seconds. Listen, I'm not putting people in a panic. I'm not trying to make you panic, okay? But one thing you need to know, right, about a disease like this, right? We are in the first stage of this disease, okay? Where we may and may not see a lot of deaths as they estimate, and the reason why they're not going to even worry about that number because just like the Spanish flu and all other pandemic flus that killed millions upon millions of people on this planet, right? The second and the third wave becomes more intense and gets worse, okay? And now that you have people, right? See, a lot of times when these things are spread out, right? These viruses do what they do. A lot of times these things come from countries whose immune systems may be equivalent, you know what I mean, on the same they're eating, their dietary or whatever, may be on equal levels, right? But what you have now going on in America, and now you can say all around the world, since this world has become global, you have people from all around the world with different immune systems who is contracting this disease and infecting others. So guess what's going to happen sooner or later? This shit is going to mutate, okay? It's going to mutate out of control. So I'm just saying, I know my brothers and sisters. I know for a fact you guys know better. I know y'all not in O'Hara's goddamn airport after knowing what's going on with this virus, and we've been telling you, and you see things all around you shutting down slowly yet surely. Like I said, whatever's going to happen now, it's going to happen. What you cannot do in the moment is move. Okay, because if you when you leave right now, right, and you mingle with all the idiots outside who should not be outside unless they're medical personnel or, doing something to help save this society in this most critical moment, then something's up with them. Okay, something's up, because common sense people, right, have put it in their head, right, not to worry about tomorrow but focus on the present in the moment, right. And it depends on what we do in the moment that will really determine the future uh results, right. They got a thing where they talking about 60 from 40 to 60% of the Earth's population, or just your population, will be wiped out by this disease. I don't know what part that people don't understand about this. Yeah, I'm trying to give comfort now when while we still have access to just the modest, the finest things in life, right? But people got to put it in their mind right now. You need to focus and get on your spiritual plane of existence. Let's put it that way. I've been expressing this to the Lord for the longest. People thought I was crazy, right? For a very long time, people thought I was crazy because I always talked about doomsday, right? So, oh yeah, I heard about that. We should have, I heard my people's been prepared about that. All it. And you know what? I looked at the things that's going on around me in the moment, right? And I'm like, wow, it's devastating to know, you know what I mean, a person um with my knowledge, right? And there are people like us all over this planet right now, right? Um, Understands this is a spiritual war. This is a battle for your soul. Put it like that, okay? Put it like that. And if your soul right now is not healthy, right? And if you don't have the right protein and calcium and vitamins and minerals and mental health, right? You're gonna you you're gonna evaporate. You're gonna evaporate off this planet, right? Because the Earth itself is doing a natural reset, and it's nothing anybody can do about it. We don't even have an estimation on uh, our days collectively of how long we'll be on this planet. And it doesn't matter because every day we wake up, we should already have it on our mind that it could be a day we return. So that's not the thing here. But I'll be damned if I'm going to walk around on this planet and let somebody infect me. Okay? Somebody that don't know how to wash their hands and don't know how to fucking stay home. Even here where I'm at, I was so upset to know. I was looking at the pictures of people in the mall, people all out in them hunting stores. You can get all the guns you want because when that plague hits your ass, you're just going to drop. Ain't shit you can do. It's no money. Listen, it's no money. It's no amount of food. It's no amount of material right now. Yeah, food will comfort you for a while, right? But uh, having common sense, right? In dealing with prevention here, um, will save you quicker than you buying guns and all of these luxurious things right now, okay? Because when push comes to shove, everybody coming to fuck up their house and they going to be in survival mode wherever they at anyway. I'll tell you that, the rich and the poor, right? This is not a game. But I just wanted to warn you guys in Chicago, my brothers and sisters, Chicago is a heavily, that's what my concern is. It's a heavily populated black city, right? You got a lot of, I don't mean no harm, but all you see is European, majority of Europeans in this airport coming from all different countries trying to get back in the country. And what I think they just, the governors and stuff right now are on Twitter and all over social medias, right? Asking the president to respond. And you know how they're going to actually respond in a minute, and then people going to say, wow, this shit is real. They're going to send the damn military to O'Hara. You best believe they're going to get some order there. They're not letting those people back in this country to infect uh, us. That's already, under all this strain and stress and pressure, preventing ourselves from not catching this disease, okay? It's not going to happen, and you're going to start seeing this all over. That's why he warned you Friday. National emergency is what it is, so you can stay your ass in place. If you have to sit home, trust me, America. This is not our fault. Okay, this is something we did not bring upon ourselves, right? But at the end of the day, we're going to have to work together. Together. We have to work together to prevent. This is the only thing that's going to save us right now is prevention. So the best way to prevent shit is to stay your ass home. Listen to your governor. If Donald Trump is not telling you what's going on, if you want to be a jackass, that's on him. Your best bet right now is to pay attention to your governor of your state is your president right now. Understand that, okay? Because they're going to have the power to distribute money equally amongst the people. However, like I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of you brothers and sisters in these Republican cities or states, right? And a lot of you with because I saw in Sacramento, California. I think that's where it was at, right? Sacramento, I think that's where it's at. Where the people were saying that the government seemed like they're purposely trying to infect the people there. I wouldn't put it past them, right? So this is a game. This is a game of wits as well as prevention. You know what I mean? If you find yourself the last one standing by the time this shit is over with because you were smart enough to deal with prevention, then so be it. Then you'll be a part of the 144,000 or whatever the actual number of people who's going to make it beyond this realm. Because I'm telling you, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay? So, please, especially in Chicago, brothers and sisters, because I know a lot of you do not do a lot of social media. Neither do I. I'm getting a lot of information, but I'm dealing with credible sources, right? I don't have time to be guesstimating these sources that I'm dealing with, right? But I know for an actual fact right now, there is chaos at O'Hara's airport in Chicago with thousands of I don't want to say thousands, but I'll tell you over 250 people or however the capacity of Chicago's airport. It's packed and there is chaos there. So I want to see what the government's response is going to be. So do the knowledge, pay attention, see what their response. Because I doubt, even if they say they're letting those people go, I highly doubt that. They're going to have to bring a team probably down there now and give everybody tests before they send them on their merry way, which means they may quarantine that because it takes about 14 days. And as they know, this shit is rising by the seconds. They're not going to keep allowing people to come in this country or come from wherever, passing this shit off. You have to watch, actually pay attention to what happened with the Spanish flu and how that thing, they called it the Black Death. Then they start calling it the Blue Death. Whatever. These things began with large crowds of people coming from all over the world. Globally. That's how it became global. You had people traveling all over the world contracted these things naturally, didn't know, that somebody sneezed on their coat and brought it back home to their community and infect everybody in the community. This is how this shit is working. You understand? So, your best bet right now, especially in Chicago. If nobody else put you on red alert, I'm gonna put you on red alert right now. You better put your goddamn mask and stuff on when you go outside, gloves if possible, because right now you may become the hottest spot, one of the hottest spots in America. Also in New Jersey, Hoboken, right now, I think it's a good thing to put those preventive measures in. I'm not saying that there are the cases are increasing there, so I'm glad they're taking preventive precautionary measures to actually shut down everything. Okay, people gotta people don't realize it's game over for a minute for dealing with the social luxuries of life. Okay, this is the time you got to be home telling your family I love you. You know what I mean, and spending more time with the ones you love, right? If they're that important to you, that's what you would be doing at this moment instead of out trying to catch goddamn coronavirus. 'Cause that's all it is. People still out here. It's unbelievable the amount of people who hasn't taken this shit serious. You know what I mean? It's just negligence. It's mental negligence. It really is. That goes to show you how unconscious people actually are on this planet, and you have to be aware of them. Doesn't matter if it's a virus or not. I've been saying it for the longest time. I hate to be harsh with people, but people are just not conscious. I watch. Look, my granddaughters and my daughter, everybody, we have routines here. We are militant. You know what I mean? We only traveling between our own comfort zones, okay? We not touching nothing on the way. You understand? We're not doing any of that shit. We are confined to one another till they tell us what the fuck is going on here, okay? Other than that, I don't want no goddamn human contact, okay? I just have a feeling that whatever it is, I'm gonna be all right. I would rather walk around with that thought in my head to prevent myself first and worry about the aftermath later. But right now, I feel as though I need to put myself in my family in a safe, confined environment away from freaking society, because this society is so unconscious. It's mind-boggling. I'm not going to hold you guys, but I just, it woke me up out of my rest to hear what was going on. It was so much shit going on, so much information going on through my head. And this is the thing, like my daughter said, Mom, you have to take a mental break from all of this. You're so concerned that it's not that. It's like people don't realize it's like a serial killer. It's like a serial killer loose. And he or she is close to you by the second. You know your risk is very high of becoming a victim, right? So that's how I have to look at this reality of this shit. Yeah, and China and all of these other places are recovering from this, right? But you got to understand that was in December, right? And they had their wave from December all the way up to this is March, right? I'm not trusting the government or anybody else to actually give me the numbers of deaths on this thing, right? It is what it is, but I'm just letting you know that United States is in the crown. Since this is called Corona, we're going to say the crown stage of this, the baby stage of this, okay? We're in the baby stage, right? This shit is going to bring shock and awe to a lot of people because they're not doing the knowledge, right? But it is what it is. And, with that being said, I just wanted to give you guys, those red flags right now, as we speak, especially in Chicago. Chicago, you may become the next hot spot. thanks to your negligence of this airport and the president. I'm sorry, but they have to go and restore order there, because if they let these people into our country, it could be their country too. How about just into the country, right? And they're infected and have not been tested. They could have just touched somebody 2 hours ago with this shit. It's going to take them 14 days to go into their community and find, infect people, all other people around them. This is how this number game is being played here. Okay? Be safe. Like I said, my brothers and sisters, I think right now we are supposed to be the perfect example of how to prevent this thing, how to teach people their MGT and GCC. It is what it is. Got to teach people, how to act at home and abroad. These has been things that I've been teaching as an earth for the last 26 years. People made a mockery of me with these things. When I first became conscious, this wasn't no walk in the ballpark to know what the knowledge that I have right now. To you, a lot of people may think this is just all Google shit, or, listening to this agenda free. Hell no. This is 26 years of dedication of understanding if a civilized person doesn't perform their duties, what must be done, right? And you got a lot of people running around here talking about they righteous, but they don't have no blueprint, you know what I mean, to even guide these people out of this type of situation. And that situation and that blueprint right now comes from organizing, because that's what the reason why this thing is running rampant all over the world is because this world really isn't organized. So the universe, the earth, they all just sat back. All these energies had a conversation with one another. They decided to break the deal with the relationship, because nothing is in harmony anymore, and do what's called a reset. Sorry you got caught up in this biblical moment. You know what I mean? This astrological or cosmic moment, but it is what it is. All is going to bear witness to the powers that be. You can call it whatever hell you want, but it's going to happen, because a lot of people think they're going to get away with it, right? And they're not going to do the knowledge. And then maybe around August or September, you know what I mean, that second wave come, and you'll see what the hell I'm talking about. So whether the thing is, I hope it never comes. But the thing is to be conscious about what the hell is going on here. Wash your hands and stay the number one to save your life right now as I speak, before you finally see the government organize and put everybody on the same 5G wavelength. Let's put it that way, if that's what they're trying to do. I don't know what the hell's going on here, Well, if they want to put everybody on the same wavelength, the best wavelength right now is seclusion until they get a cap on this shit. Okay? And I'm going to hold you guys. I'm just kind of upset because, there's going to be people who are just out here carelessly. How long has this thing, not only this thing has been in Wuhan since December, right? Been in Wuhan since December. Now, here we go in March here in the United States. So we've had people going from Wuhan to all over this world since from the United States, right? Since right now as we speak, March, right? So you don't know how many people have actually been infected and coming into this damn country just up to that moment, right? And then it's just ludicrous to actually still have people coming in this goddamn country from all over the world with a possibility that they may and may not be infected, and just throwing their ass back into our communities. History is bound to repeat itself, okay? During the Spanish flu pandemic, the problem was people were getting infected, right, from across seas. Then they were coming home and infecting their communities. Philadelphia was a hot spot for this, okay? San Francisco also. Yeah, this is a perfect time to reflect and do the knowledge. Watch, see what happened with Spanish flu. I'm just hoping because CDC said this is a pandemic like they never saw before. Okay? Spanish flu was a pandemic that they saw before. And that was the worst one in history. So what are you dealing with here? Let's hope they're wrong. Let's hope the numbers is wrong. You know what I mean? I hope they can find, things to calm this down and prevent it. But in the meantime, as models, we need to be the model citizens here. We need to be the responsible citizens. I really believe that. I really think that right now they should put it in law. If you have been somewhere or you are suspected or prone, no, you prone to infecting other people with this virus, you should just be locked off in a penitentiary. Open up Sing Sing or wherever the fuck they had them at before. Open up all of those. Pardon me for cursing, but open up them prisons again. Start throwing their ass in there. You don't know how to behave in society. You don't know how to wash your hands. You don't know how to cover your mouth. You don't know how to sit your ass still till we figure out a cure or whatever. Then here's a place for you. Point blank. Straight up. That's how this thing has to be played right now. This is not a time, to be cradling and catering to people, the race, color, creed. Because guess what? When the Spanish flu came, there was no such thing as rich and poor. There was really no such thing as government. You know what I mean? They had to build this bitch from the ground up after after the trauma. How about that? Yeah. Serious, real talk. I'm really upset with what's going on in Chicago. And I know I got a lot of brothers and sisters that I really admire, and family too. Up in shy. I can't have, I need to put this out there because this is not a game, okay? So, yeah, before I go, once again, Chicago, prep for a surge of coronavirus because what's going on right now is negligence on the behalf of your airport, O'Hara's airport, okay? Hoboken, kudos, thumbs up to you. I think it's just like cool beans that you guys are reacting to a response right now that could save many lives by being a model citizen and stopping the spread of this by keeping people home, no physical contact, so we can learn a thing or two. We definitely will learn a thing or two from you, and we're definitely going to learn a lesson from O'Hara's airport. I mark my word. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. But this is just pure negligence going on right now, and it's just ludicrous for people to actually still be outside. There's no snow on the ground. It's warm. Yeah, you want to go out and do these social things, but the risk is too great. It is. It is. The risk is your life. Yeah, that's what it is. And not just your life. You may live and then infect your elderly people around you and stuff. Come on, how inconsiderate and selfish are people still going to the mall, still going out to eat, still in airports. Are you serious? It's unbelievable. I'm gonna, I'm out. I just wanted to make that knowledge born. I'm gonna go back and see what my buddy is doing as well. I will keep vibrations high, like I say. You guys, my star seeds and your vibrational everybody keep your vibrations up to that fifth dimension, right? We are dealing with a reset here. This is not a joke. Only the strong is going to survive, as well as the righteous, the all wise and civilized, those who know how to act at home and abroad, those who know how to practice MGT and GCC along with good hygiene. That being said, I'm out. Peace.